Hey, so we just lost power, resulting from a half-inch of snow. We really can't handle snow in the DC area, but I'm going to show you what I do when I've been through these power outages before. Let's go. So when you lose power in a snowstorm, you need to prioritize. A lot of people get generators but for like $100, maybe $150 now, I don't know. You can get one of these kerosene heaters. Heat is really what you need to be worried about. Power, non-essential. Of course, if you can afford thousands of dollars to install a generator system, yeah, that's great. But this thing will heat my entire house and get us through the storm if we need to. First, I'm gonna clean it up, then I'm gonna load it and make sure that it lights and everything. It's been a while. So I pulled the cage apart. It's like a protected cage, and I'm gonna start cleaning this thing. It's a mess. So a big reason I clean this off is, not just to make it look pretty, but when it gets hot, it's gonna burn off all the crud that's been sitting on it when it's sat out in my shed. And I don't want to breathe all this stuff, so it's better to just wipe it down real quick. There. That's much better. I would normally do this outside right before a big storm, but I didn't think this much snow would cause a power outage, honestly. So I'm gonna put it back together, and I'm gonna light it up outside and let it burn off all the crud outside the house. One quick note, make sure you follow all the safety instructions here. There's labels everywhere. Watch videos. This thing is not as intuitive as it could be. You wanna make sure that you stay safe and that you're not breathing harmful gases. And this is how you fill it with kerosene. There's pumper tool here. Get the kerosene into there. I filled it up part of the way. I'm just gonna let it burn for a little while. Here I have it in the shed here because it's still snowing. It's debating on whether I should just put it out on the porch in the snow or just let it burn in the shed. I said I could put it here. I didn't fill it up all the way. Because once I confirm everything's working fine, I need to lug it back into the house, and it's kind of heavy. So that's another inconvenient thing about these things. So they can be kind of a pain, but they burn hot and they will keep you warm for sure. Alright, so I got this thing lit out here in the shed. It has a electronic ignition that it uses from these D batteries, or C batteries I should say, and we actually had some, but the whole thing's corroded, so I ended up just lighting it manually. Where'd I put my lighter? And that thing stinks, so it's a good thing that I'm running it out here, because it's gonna burn off whatever corrosion or crap has been left in it. So I'm just gonna let it run for a while. I got, a little under a half. I have tons of kerosene here, so I'm not worried about wasting too much of it. But once I'm happy with how it's running, I'm probably gonna let it run 5-10 minutes. Then I'm gonna put it out, bring it in the house, put it where I want it, and then we're gonna relight it. And this thing I can feel the heat right now. It feels good even out here. This thing will definitely heat my house. They said that the power's gonna come on later tonight after dark, but I don't want to screw around. I'm gonna get us some heat now, and if the power comes on, great. If it doesn't, we're fine. Alright, so even after all that, I got the kerosene heater running, and then the power came on when I was in the house. But I'm still gonna bring it in because the lights have been flickering all day. Our neighbor said that someone hit a utility pole today, so in downtown, so that maybe that's what was causing it. They're working on it, but at least I got to show you how to use a kerosene heater. I think it's a very valuable skill. So let's finish it up. All right, so this thing's hot. I'm just gonna put it out and bring it in the house and bring the fuel and everything in, so that way if the power goes out, I can just turn it right back on. It's clean. It's been burning out here for a while. Yeah, it's burning pretty clean. I'm just smelling on top of it. You can feel the heat coming up. I even have a carbon monoxide detector, which I will put, sometimes I'll even put it like right on the thing, just to make sure that you're not getting any gases. Safety, safety, safety. Don't burn your house down with this. Be careful. And also look out for harmful carbon monoxide gases and anything. Smell it and see if you smell anything funny. I understand carbon monoxide's odorless, but still, like, use your nose. If you've got a detector, use one of those. Follow the instructions. Blah blah blah. Anyways, to turn it off, extinguish. Bam. I'll also say, like, you need to manage the wick height. You do that with this dial. I think if it's too high, then the wick itself starts to burn, and then you can smell the wick burning. Also, we'll wait for this to go out. It should go out at some point. I don't know if that actually makes it go. So we'll let this thing extinguish, then bring it inside. Alright, so I got it moved down here in the basement. I found out that this works best if you put it on a lower floor and central. From this location, it'll heat the entire house. It all depends on how big your house is. For us, this ends up being more than enough. So that's it. That's how you use a kerosene heater. Again, follow all the safety instructions. I spilled a bunch of kerosene, so you want to clean that up, obviously. It's toxic. I got some on my hands. I washed it off. It's not a huge problem, but you don't want it to get into your skin. We got power back, but it's going to be cold. There might be some more storms coming through, so it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Anyways, stay safe, stay warm. Pipe out.